Thanks for joining us on our comic book coffee break. I'm Nick Gunning.
I'm Eric Mickles, known online as Dusk vs. Tweak.
Eric, today I'm drinking Blue Mountain Blend coffee. I like it. It's nice. It's smooth. Smooth like jazz. Do you like smooth jazz, Eric?
Sometimes.
Do you like jazz that's like billy 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 wah wah wah? Do you like that? Or
Sometimes.
No? Okay, just occasionally.
It's very, very rare that I'm just going to Spotify and being like, play some jazz. But I like jazz when it shows up in other things, I suppose.
Okay.
I don't want my jazz straight up.
Would you like Paula Abdul?
Yeah.
All right. What are you drinking? What do you got today?
A mug full of
What the heck is that? What am I looking at?
I don't know where this came from. It's in my house
nightmare.
now. It's a giant cat wearing glasses.
And you're just drinking out of its skull. That's Halloween appropriate.
Hold please, sending you to line 7. Mr. J Cat.
I love it. What are you drinking there? What's in it?
Cherry Pepsi.
Cherry Pepsi.
Yeah.
Brought to you by mistake, I assume.
Brought to me by mistake by our Pizza Hut delivery.
Oh, making it great.
Our Friday
making
Pizza
it great
Hut.
Since 1988. I don't know how long they've been open. Probably longer than.
Yeah. You know what, though? The pizza was free because we had so many Pizza Hut points.
Wow, that's both great and a little sad.
That we
if
had
I'm
so
being
many
honest.
Pizza Hut points. 300 points.
The commentary. That's the commentary on your life.
A little bit. Pizza Hut is an American restaurant chain and international franchise which was founded in 1958.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
Wow, I could have said making it great since 1958.
Yeah. I wonder when it started really becoming the iconic design that we know started in 1963.
Okay.
So.
I feel like, though, Pizza Hut to me feels like a very 1980s kind of thing. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, that's when it really started going after us.
And then it soon started. I mean, everybody wanted to have a birthday party at Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, pre-internet, it was great. You had games.
Yeah.
You had, pinball games or Pac-Man games, the jukebox. Sure. They had all these kid family programs. You get your own personal.
You know what?
It was the personal pizza. That's what did it.
That's true. The Book It.
The Book It's and
my son still gets Book It's.
All their weird media tie-ins.
Pizza Hut.
Come to Pizza Hut and get your Ninja Turtle tapes. Come to Pizza Hut and
That's
get your
right.
X-Men tapes.
I had that Ninja Turtle cassette. Absolutely. There was that hilarious Ringo Starr Pizza Hut commercial. Do you remember that? Ringo's like, I think it's time to get the band back. I've got to get the lads together. You know, that was more of a McCartney, and I apologize. But anyway, it zooms out, and the monkeys come in, and he's like, wrong lads, and eats his pizza. Pizza Hut. Mine, to bring it all together here, comic book wise, Pizza Hut when I was a kid, where we'd have birthday parties and such, had X-Men Arcade.
Yeah.
So, and a jukebox that I would always play Prince's Batman song on it, even though I didn't like it then, and I don't like it now.
Yeah. There was... I was going to say it's the personal pizzas, but it just seemed like, with that, you had that commercial with the pizza face and Steve, the pizza cutter. It was like, it was almost like Mr. Bill, so pizza face would be like, oh, who's at the door? Oh, no, it's the pizza cutter. It's Steve, the pizza cutter. He's murdering me, children. He's literally murdering me.
Yeah, simpler times.
Yeah.
Simpler times.
So.
Hey, Eric, did you know this show's brought to you by the Radio Meanwhile Network?
It is. And Pizza Hut.
Yeah. No.
No.
Listen, Pizza Hut needs to hold on to every dollar they have. Normally, I'd be all too happy to be like, yeah, sponsor the show. But Pizza Hut, I do not think it would be fiscally responsible for you to shell out some cash for comic book coffee break. Much as I love you, and I would not turn down breadsticks, hold on to your money.
Yeah, if this was 1992, forget about it. We would love it. Yeah, what a deal that would be. We'd be stupid not to take it.
Absolutely.
We'd be getting... Yeah. And plus, once they formed with KFC and Taco Bell, we have our choices.
That's a coalition right there.
We get Pizza Hut, and then we go play Crazy Taxi in the arcade.
Yeah. You got 10 crazy minutes.
You can find more about the show notes and like it at our network's website, radiomeanwhile.com. But Nick...
Are there any shows that are like it, though? That's what I want to know.
Like this? On that?
Yeah.
No, previously on X-Men, but we don't do the deep dives like this.
You don't talk Pizza Hut. You rarely talk Pizza Hut.
Rarely Pizza Hut.
I defy you on the internet to find another show that's just a couple of white bros talking about comic books. It's impossible.
Yeah.
You're not going to find that.
Yeah.
Anyway, Eric, let's talk comic books.
More DC talk over here. We don't talk about DC as much. In fact, on the newest episode of Previously on X-Men, Hillary reprimanded me for using the phrase speedster in regards to an X-Men character.
Oh, you can't do that.
I thought I could.
You can't
I thought it was okay. I thought it was generic.
if if the day comes, feel free to say no. If the day comes when you're going to cover X-Men Teen Titans, I humbly offer my service.
Oh, the comic, right.
Humbly offer my service.
Yeah.
Eric, why don't you go first? What comic books did you read this week?
Oh, this is your neighbor's house. The neighbor that screams. You just sent me a picture I just got.
Yes. Yeah.
The neighbor that screams.
Yes. Yeah.
Anyway, that's funny.
We have a political yard sign which we've never had before. Our neighbors who never ever have one suddenly have one of the opposite candidate, and I swear to you, it's getting closer to my house every day, and I'm not for it. I'm not for it.
What were you asking me before I read your?
Oh yes, I was just gonna say, why don't you share with the nice people what comic books you read this week for Comic Book Coffee Break?
Listen, any free time I had this week to read, I had to use to read Christine by Stephen King, because it is not a short book. You think that A Car That's Evil is a short book? You think it's a pulpy short read? Maybe kind of grindhouse? No. It's a long read, and it's not necessarily worth it in the end. So I didn't read any comic books this week. Every lunch break I was reading that. All my bath time readings was Christine. So I've got a table just covered in trade paperbacks to read.
Okay.
And I haven't read anything.
Old school. You're going old school. I like that. I actually had some trade paperbacks that I was planning to read myself to take a break from like the apps, but I'm working the election. On the 3rd, and I don't know I'm going to have reliable internet, so I'm saving up my trade paperbacks for that. Sure. But yes, Eric read Christine because even before we were podcasting together, we started reading Stephen King together.
Back in 2013.
So a long time ago did we start this. So this is our 7th year reading Stephen King, but we've read more than 7 books together. Because one year we read like Carrie and Gwendy's Button Box and a few other things like all in the same year in tandem. So I feel like this might even be our 10th.
Carrie
Stephen
was
King
the
that
book
read
we
together.
picked?
So.
And
I don't think it was.
I thought Carrie was the book we picked, and then I read Gwendy's Button Box as an extra piece.
You might be right.
Because it's so short.
Right. Yeah. I read the sequel to that, by the way. Yeah. Not worth your time.
Yeah.
Not worth your time.
So...
But anyway, we're going to be talking about Christine over on the All the Book Show, the official podcast for the David A. Howe Public Library. So you can find us over there talking about Christine. So I guess today is going to be a Nick-heavy day, would you say?
Yeah, very much so.
Now listen, sometimes you forget that I can see your eyes when I talk. So I'm going to monitor and see just how closely you're paying attention.
How glazed over my eyes are.
We'll see. Yeah, because normally, I mean, we've been doing this together long enough that you know the right time to be like, yeah. But I can see it. Yeah. I can see that moment when your soul leaves your body, and I'm not gonna let you get away with it this time. That's all I'm saying. It's just a warning. Let me dive in, okay?
Yeah. What have you been reading?
Eric, I read Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu Omnibus, Volume 1. This was a beast. Let me tell you.
Okay. I actually got to look this up. Go on.
Okay. This collects, so Shang-Chi kind of takes over the title of Master of Kung Fu around issue 17. Before that, there was kind of like a lead up to that, and Marvel Premiere, something like that. Mm-hmm. It also includes...
Yeah, he's one of those 70 characters from the 70s that like...
Yeah.
Marvel just went like real... I don't want to say pulpy. I don't know what it is. It's where like you get Shang-Chi, you get... never mind. I don't even know what I'm trying to... I don't even know the description. But, like, there's 70s comics start going into different non-superhero genres.
Definitely. And, you know, I will say that I like this. It was monstrous. Like, if you were going to read this as just a regular traditional book, I mean, it's something like 696 pages as a hardcover, because it's Masters of Kung Fu number 17.
There's 3 of these.
I know. Masters of Kung Fu 17 through 37, Marvel Special Edition 15 and 16, the Yellow Claw collections of like backup stories. I mean, this is a comprehensive look at Shang-Chi. I remember back when we were interviewing Steve Englehart for the All the Book Show. I can't remember if it was off mic or if it's actually in the interview, but we were talking a little bit about him writing the early Shang-Chi stories and then moving on from that later on. But Englehart's Masters of Kung Fu is collected in this. I do like it. I mean, I think Shang-Chi is a cool character. It starts with this whole dynamic between his father.
Father!
Yeah.
Sorry.
And they're he's kind of like the main villain, I guess. Shang-Chi's father is the main villain, and so
where did you get
becomes
this?
Oh, I read it on the app.
Oh. Okay, yeah. On Marvel Unlimited, and you use this as your guide.
Yes, I use the omnibus, so to guide it.
The 2016 hardcover will cost you a cool $100. Yeah. That's just for volume 1.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
This is long though. I mean, this is like 30 issues, something like that. The problem that I will say with reading it the way I did was that the story starts to feel pretty samey after a while, because it kind of follows like The Fugitive or something like that, where you have Shang-Chi just sort of roaming from town to town, like mixing it up, and then there's the overarching story with like him and his dad that comes back again. There's one. Yeah.
Their 70s comic, like their horror selection from the 70s, Werewolf by Night and Tombs of Dracula. They kind of get like cool concept, but then every issue he's like, "Oh no, it's night, werewolf time!" And after a while, you're just like, "Okay, maybe throw in a wrench into this main plotting."
Yeah, I feel like you could have taken the beginning with Fu Manchu, his father, and selected issues throughout there and made a pretty good. I mean, this is a completist approach to reading it. But yeah, like I said, reading it issue after issue, they all start to blend together because like he goes to a town still wearing the red robes and with the yellow trim, gets into it, and then every couple issues of show we have a brush with Fu Manchu. So I liked it. I'm glad that I read it. If I were going to pick up more, it would be like I'm going to read an issue and then read something else and read an issue and read something else, because it melded. It certainly melded after a while. Have you read any of these at all? I can't remember.
No, I've added the first issue or wherever I'm supposed to start to my to read list a while ago when I was going through. I was like, oh, Luke Cage starts here. Oh, Shang-Chi starts here. Oh, Giant Size Man thing starts here. Like just realizing how. I don't even know what the term is. Gritty, grindhousey, just 70s. That 70s pulp kind of vibe. Yeah.
It does have that feel. I think I mentioned in previous weeks, but the first time I read anything with Shang-Chi was Fred Van Lente's Wolverine First Class, which was he was included in that to keep the copyright.
Right.
That's what Fred Van Lente told us on the Alderbook show. I read him in that. I read him in that Power Man and Iron Fist, and then I read all his stuff in Secret Avengers. But this is the first time that I really sat down and specifically read a Shang-Chi title.
Don't know. I think the first time I read anything with Shang-Chi in it was actually Ultimate Spider-Man, or just like Ultimate Marvel Team Up, which was just Ultimate Spider-Man teaming up with characters, Ultimate versions. But most of the time, they weren't even canon.
Got it.
So, but yeah, that was the Ultimate version. So I don't know when it was, but I'm pretty sure Shang-Chi and the Ultimate Universe played a big part in some street level superhero stuff that I remember enjoying the stories for. So, yeah.
Well, anyway, the omnibus, like Eric said, there's 3 volumes of it. They are pricey if you're not reading it on the app. And this first omnibus includes stories by Doug Mensch, Steve Englehart, as I said, Len Wein, illustrations by Jim Starlin, Paul Gulacy, Alan Milgrom, and of course many more, because this spans several years and several issues.
Who knows when the movie's scheduled for now?
I know, yeah. Seriously.
So, he's been cast already, though.
Oh, really?
Simu Liao? Did I say that wrong? Couldn't tell you. I don't know if you ever watched. Oh, he wasn't very much in Warehouse 13. An extra in Pacific Rim. He.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, kind of like lower budget action films.
Well, that's kind of cool. I always like when they're casting a new superhero, when they get someone that's relatively unknown to play that role, so, like a Brandon Routh Superman type.
So they did
sticking with Marvel. I read one, and I know you read this one, The Amazing Spider-Man, The Fantastic.
Yeah, what are you're out of order? What's going on?
Well, what I was reading was about to butt up with Spider Island, And so I wanted to catch up a little bit on Spider Island. So I popped over to this to get, because this is like a Spider Island prelude. So that's why I'm
Sorry, I
reading
didn't put up the cover for Shang-Chi. I'll do that right now as I switch to the Spider-Man
Shang-Chi!
one. Sorry.
Okay.
I forgot about that.
This is by Dan Slott, Rob Williams, with art by Javier Pulido.
Yeah, this is just part of like this amazing Spider-Man run that went so long. But this is after Ends of the Earth?
Yeah, I guess so.
So maybe you're not out of order. You're just reading.
No, I guess I'm skipping some things. Okay. Yeah, I read the really early stuff in here. I read all the JMS stuff, and then I read sporadically after that, just like when one struck my fancy.
BS issue where because he made everybody forget who he is, it's him telling the Fantastic Four who he is?
No, by this point he's already like he's filling the Human Torch.
Oh, this is where they're stuck in the negative zone for like a long time, and when he comes back, everybody's like, "What the frick, Peter?"
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Where were you? He's like, I was in the negative zone, but I can't tell you. If only I wasn't Spider-Man.
That is what happens. I liked it. I mean, Fantastic Four is one of those ones that, like, I always want to like the Fantastic Four, but outside of, like, the Things solo series or those, like, Marvel Age, like, standalone, like, for a younger kid Fantastic Four, I've just never really settled into a run that I liked. I think Ultimate Fantastic Four starts good and just gets progressively worse because, as you're always so quick to point out, you just can't do much with that dynamic. You got a brother and sister, you got a married couple, and then a rock. You know what I mean?
Very dismissive of Ben Grimm. No, but that is my main, like, what they did at the beginning of the Marvel Universe was very important and stuff, and like they fit that role, but at this point they really do just feel like a legacy thing. You can use them to tell like these big fantastical cosmic kind of stories because that's what they do, because he's supposed to be so smart and they've been to different zones and everything. But with Marvel really like bringing home the Guardians of the Galaxy and everything, like making them more movie-like in the comics, now, I don't know, the Fantastic Four have kind of lost like space as being their territory.
True. I've long said that, like, I feel like if you're going to do Fantastic Four, I would love to see a really shiny period piece. Like, just set it.
Those were the
set
rumors.
It in, like, oh, really? Is that true?
Not now. Those were the rumors long ago. I think it was before the Tim Story films. I think, like, the rumors were going around, like, George Clooney as Mr. Fantastic and Reese Witherspoon as the Invisible Woman, and it would be, like, set in the 60s.
Yeah. Lou Ferrigno as the Thing, or
I don't know.
Contractually obligated.
I saw Michael Chiklis in Hubie Halloween. I was like, poor Michael Chiklis. What's happened to him?
Oh, Michael Chiklis. He was the commish.
Yeah, that's what I'm told.
I would love that, though. If you did a Fantastic Four movie where it's set in the 60s, but in like a sort of the 60s projecting the future. Basically, I want a Jetsons Fantastic Four movie. That's what it comes down to.
You don't want the Mad Men Fantastic Four?
Sure, okay, I'll take that. Yeah, why not? I'll do that. Yeah. Anyway, if there's a good Fantastic Four run out there, I've not found it, but I would love to see that in the comments below.
I've read some good... Mark Waid's Fantastic Four is very good.
Well, maybe I'll read that.
And, I mean, have you read the one that's supposed... You read the one that's supposed to be pretty good? Not Rick Remender. Who am I thinking of? Hickman, right? Didn't you read those?
I don't remember if I did or not. I just don't remember. So you would say go Mark Waid's Fantastic Four?
I think so. I haven't read all of it, but I read a big chunk of it. It was a big hardcover at one point, and I got into it. So,
okay.
I mean, for me, Fantastic Four, the group is fine, but if you have the rights to these characters, then what you're really getting is the villains. Because their villains are the cool stuff. I mean, you got Galactus and Doom and Annihilus and I guess Puppet Master. And Puppet Master and
really lost steam there, didn't you?
Oh boy, you can only.
Yeah, like I said, the first couple volumes of Ultimate I really liked, and that Marvel Age Fantastic Four I had a good time with that as well.
But
Matt Fractions, I had high hopes in Matt Fractions Fantastic Four, but I didn't like that either.
Mark Millar wrote the Marvel Universe, the like mainline Marvel Universe Fantastic Four for a couple books that I really liked. It's kind of big stories. Well, I was gonna say something about them, but anyways, how'd you like this as a Spider-Man story? Since it's a Spider-Man book.
It was fine. I mean, I guess because I didn't read the stuff where I don't know what happened to Johnny Storm. I don't know, like, the situation with Spider-Man getting into the Fantastic Four, but I kind of liked it. I didn't feel like in this volume they were able to make it really cohesive.
The cover I'm looking at has them promoting Thor for 2011, the movie. So I'm not sure where Human Torch is at this time.
Well, he's dead, according to this.
Oh, dang. I don't know why he's dead then. I don't know what was happening in 2011.
So, yeah, I mean, I guess so. It's
Fear
my
itself?
fault for I don't know. It's my fault for kind of jumping into the middle of it, but I don't think they really... I would have liked it where it felt like the Fantastic Four was like a cohesive unit with Spider-Man, but it just felt like three members of the Fantastic Four, or the Future Foundation, as they're known now, and Spider-Man tagging along.
So it can't be Fear itself, because Fear itself came April through October 2011.
Okay.
So, I don't know. Yeah. Must have happened in the Fantastic Four books.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
That's all I read for Marvel.
Uh-huh. Did I read anything for Marvel? No.
Okay, thanks for checking. If we move on to DC, which stands for Detective Comics. Did you know that? Detective Comics. Have you heard that? Never heard of it? You don't know? Okay. I read Batwing, Volume 4, but I can't see what the title is because something's blocking it. Welcome to the family.
Yeah.
So this is where David, the lead character, who has been Batwing for the last 3 episodes, is sort of at the end of Volume 3 is like, yeah, I've got my own personal thing I need to go after. I can't be Batwing anymore.
Batwing.
I know. And Bruce Wayne's like, cool, okay. And Luke Fox takes over.
Oh.
So this volume is like the transition. David's in the very beginning being like, peace out,
so
bruh.
So the reason why there's
Luke
a
Fox.
second Batwing is just because the other one was like, I gotta go. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do his own like personal missions. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So as a transition unit, it was fine. I didn't. It's not particularly memorable to me. I like the character of Luke Fox. So yeah, I mean, I'll stick it out. I think I'm almost finished with this series actually, but yeah, I had a good time with it.
New 52 still, or Rebirth? Where are we?
No, this is New 52. I don't think Batwing's got. I think this is the only time Batwing had his own title.
Oh.
So. Yeah.
Okay.
This is by Jimmy Palmiotti and Justin Gray with art by Eduardo Pansica.
And Batman Bad Blood has who does it have? Because it has Batwing in it, right? It has Batwing and Batwoman?
Oh, yes, I think that's the Luke Fox version. Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you're probably. Yep, Luke Fox is Batwing. So this is like the Batwing then.
Yep.
Okay, that like DC is just having as the official Batwing.
Yeah, okay. and the character is is a main character on CW's Batwoman too. Not as Batwing yet, but just as Luke Fox.
Okay, and was Batwing? I guess Batwing's not like a young character, so he wasn't on Young Justice, was he?
No.
Okay. All right.
No, I think maybe he showed up in like Brave and the Bold at one point, but no, he hasn't got a lot of screen time outside of that Batman Bad Blood. Finally, I read one that I know in my heart that you're not going to care about this at all. So feel free to glaze over at this point. This is the time if you need a break. But I read The Lost Carnival, a Dick Grayson graphic novel.
So this is a young adult.
It sure is, Eric.
This part of their whatever they're calling their young adult line.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
This is by Michael Marecki, illustrations by Sass Millage.
And we're talking the young adult line that has like a Batgirl, Shadow of the Bat. And,
yes. Yeah.
Okay, so not like the juvenile. Okay.
No. Not the really young,
right.
Like this. I'm
gonna totally pay. It looks like I'm looking at my phone while you talk about this, but
you're gonna be listening. You're gonna be listening.
Listening.
What?
No.
This actually reminded me quite a bit of Aaron Morgenstern. You remember the book The Night Circus?
I haven't read it.
Okay. Well, it had a very similar vibe to me.
Who goes to a day circus anymore?
Why would you?
Yeah.
Honestly, why would you? This is about a Dick Grayson who is pretty old. I mean, not like Chris O'Donnell old, but he's not like the 12-year-old Robin.
Chris O'Donnell's Dick Grayson has 2 kids and a mortgage.
Yeah,
when he gets adopted by Bruce Wayne.
He's seen a lot. this Dick Grayson is kind of disillusioned with being a circus performer, and he's just like really not having it.
Wait, does that happen?
Apparently. And so whenever we're in Haley's circus, all the art is like shades of blue and gray. Mm-hmm. It's like black lines, shades of blue and gray. Mm-hmm. He on his like night off, there's a carnival in town, and he goes over to this carnival, the Lost Carnival.
So wait, he's in a circus.
Yes.
And on his time off, he goes to a carnival.
Carnival next door. Yes. And
broaden your horizons, Dick.
I know. Whenever we're in the Lost Carnival, it's all like reds and oranges and peaches. So the color, like peach color, peachiness, peach. So anyway, Dick is over there, and he meets a girl, of course.
Oh no!
And there's a lot of like, it's a very like ethereal vibe over at the Lost Carnival, where like something is clearly not quite right. The magic that they're able to do is like too much. It's all very like surreal and otherworldly. So Dick is trying to figure that out, and the girl that he, is who we're kind of following, they have a bit of a romance, and he's trying to figure out the situation with her. Should I stop short of spoiling this?
I'll put up the spoiler tag if anybody really wants to read this young adult Dick Grayson novel that's called The Lost Carnival.
Hold that back.
Spoiler tag. So when the spoiler tag is gone, you can stop. You can unmute it unless you don't care. So we're done. Spoilers.
So the girl is demonstrating some powers, and he's like, "Well, that's weird." And
probably a little weird.
Something happens where like the magic gets out of control, and some of the like creatures and people that she makes through the magic, one tries to escape. So Dick catches this like sort of phantom-esque thing, and what turns out to be is that the carnival was actually destroyed, and what we're really seeing is just like this one girl and one other person there have this like magical bond, and they're able to sort of like use their power to keep these people in this environment like alive, almost as sort of like an echo of what it was. And so Dick kind of rescues her from that. But then she doesn't have the power to keep it anymore, and so it sort of goes away, and it really is the Lost Carnival. And then Dick and his parents go on a vacation.
Oh, good.
And they're looking at colleges for Dick Grayson.
Oh, well, I hope he has a happy college life.
Yes, that's true.
I hope him and his parents just have a good life going forward.
So I guess my thing about it is, I love Dick Grayson, I love Robin. All you had to do was change his last name, and this is not a DC Comics thing, you know what I mean? Like it really didn't do anything to kind of like make it feel like you were in that universe at all.
I think is one of the reasons why I like Batman Nightwalker, because even though it was like this young adult even Batman training to be Batman, it still felt DC and Batman-esque.
Yeah. I mean, I've read a lot of them that really work that way, but this one just didn't have even a hint of that vibe. The only thing that even touched on it was there was like a woman doing tarot cards, and she pulled a card for Dick and says, "Oh, you have a knight in your future," knight with a K. And he was like, "Yeah, I always work at night," and like that was it.
Yeah.
That was the only like.
So nobody ever tells him that he swoops down like a robin?
No one ever says that. Not even once.
All right.
Not even once. No. So I don't know. The thing is, like, it's just a standalone YA graphic novel. I liked it. Don't go to it as like a Dick Grayson or a Robin fan thinking you're going to get anything about that, because you're not.
Rob wants to know if this is better or worse than the movie Carnival of Lost Souls.
That's a good question. It's certainly you can follow the plot in a more linear way. How about that? I'll answer that way. Anything else you want to share?
About the Carnival of Lost Souls?
No, just in general.
Well, I can promise you by next week I will have read K.A. Applegate's... Well, it's not actually K.A. Applegate's. I can't remember I'll have all this information, but I got the Animorphs...
Wait. You said on Twitter that you were reading that, and then K.A. Applegate liked it and said, "Happy reading, Eric," and that was all a lie?
I'm reading... You weren't even reading it? I've been holding it. I've had to read Christine!
You lied to K.A. Applegate.
No.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
You did.
I said on the picture, look what my hold came in. That's all I said. My library hold came in.
All right. I think the implication was that you were reading it, but I understand that technically you did not lie to K.A. Applegate.
Anyway,
Eric, it wouldn't be the Halloween season without me reading an Archie comic Halloween extravaganza. So I read, I don't need that tone.
No, I mean, you were just so excited. You sent me just a text
you
of it.
take that right back. Yeah, it's on. This. Halloween is on, baby. Yeah. Archie's Halloween Blowout. This is part of the Pep Digital series.
So who's on the cover? Is that Jughead? That's not Jughead. Is that Reggie?
Probably Reggie.
Who's like, oh, you're floating.
Yeah, that could be Reggie. Sure, I don't think that really happens in the book,
with
you know.
Archie being like haunted house, bah. Yeah.
So this was good. This was just a collection of Archie comics, past and present. Some of them were new, some of them were old. All Halloween themed, strictly Halloween themed. Because normally,
you get even go on.
When you get just like a digest, even if it's like the Halloween annual, not everything in there is a Halloween story.
Okay.
So this was kind of cool. The Pep Digital series you can get either through the Archie app, or I usually get them through Barnes & Noble, because weirdly, they're like half the price through Barnes & Noble versus buying them directly on the Archie app, which I don't understand. But they've taken a lot of... They do a lot of collections like this. So there's a couple Halloween ones, a couple of Christmas ones. Jughead's Time Police is collected this way, and they're all soups cheap. This was $1.99, baby. So,
when does the heroin-pushing biker gang come in and threaten Archie with a gin-soaked rag down his throat?
That's Betty and Veronica Vixens. You're confusing it with Betty and Veronica Vixens.
Okay.
2-volume series, Betty and Veronica Vixens. That's it for my reading. That's I tell you what, normally I'm much more on it with Halloween reading, but it's just I've read Stephen King's Christine, and I've read Archie's Halloween Blowout. Though I've got to say, The Lost Carnival, a Dick Grayson graphic novel, did have a very Halloween-y kind of vibe.
Yeah.
So I'll give you that.
Why are you getting on my case then?
Yeah, you're right. Can I tell you one thing that's not a comic book?
Yes.
I beat Yoshi's Crafted World on Nintendo Switch.
Yoshi's Crafted World.
Crafted. Don't stop it.
All right.
Stop.
Crafted. You played Yoshi's Crafted World.
Yeah, I beat Yoshi's Crafted World on the Switch. Yeah, I've been playing it with my son. I've been in the bag for these Yoshi games since Nintendo 64's Yoshi Story. And it was fun. And they really stick to their concept here that it's a crafted world. So it's very creative. It's fun to look at. There's a lot of things that I could still go back and do. Like you can play the levels backwards, just looking for like Yoshi's Poochie Pups. There's all sorts of side quests and stuff, and my son loves it. And it's a fun game for us to play together. So I probably will go back and do some of those side things. But the bottom line is, I did get all of the Yoshi gems back from Baby Bowser.
Oh,
so
thank goodness.
Yeah. Yep.
Baby Bowser needs a mom.
Yeah, he does. He's hanging around with that little witch creature. What's that little witch creature story?
I don't know.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
I know.
Where's the little,
I know who you're talking about.
Blue wizard robe.
Yeah.
You don't know his name? Poser.
What?
Yeah, look that up. Look that up, son.
The blue one, right?
Yeah, the blue one.
Just Magic Coopers?
Okay.
Yeah. Koopa Wizards?
I don't know what I'm going to play next.
Oh, Carmack. Are you thinking Carmack?
Okay. Sure. I don't know. He's blue and little and has a wand. I don't know what I'm going to play next because I've been all about playing on the Switch, like just sitting down handheld. I've been digging that.
Yeah.
I don't know what to play next. Do you have any suggestions? I haven't played Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, there's a new Luigi's Mansion there. 3.
I was not digging Mario Odyssey.
I think people like the third one. And it's spooky.
Okay.
It's a Halloween game.
True. It's perfect timing. Maybe I'll get that. Yeah. Maybe I'll get that and play it during the election.
Oh.
No, it's gonna be a busy day. I still haven't beat Jay and Silent Bob's Mall Brawl on the Switch. It's hard.
Sorry.
It's harder than Double Dragon. It's difficult.
Yeah.
I need 2-player. I need 2-player in there. I need you to play as Jay.
Okay, I would pick Jay. Yeah.
You would?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's who I would pick.
Can you get a Switch so we can play across the?
I'll get a Switch specifically so we can play. No, I can't because my
other things.
My 14-year-old cat decided she wanted to have all the bills this month, so I can't get a Switch right now. I could have bought a few Switches.
Cosmetic stuff? Or?
Yeah. She was hoping to get some collagen in her cheeks.
Well, you know what? If it gives her confidence, it makes her feel good about herself. I say
her and Krista Miller, they go to the same person.
Yowzer. Okay. Hey, how's Cougar Town? How's the Cougar Town rewatch?
It's good. I'm enjoying
it. Miller?
I'm enjoying it.
Good for you. How far are you in the series?
I'm on season 4.
Has Sam Lloyd as Ted popped up yet?
Yes. It was a very funny thing where they were like, "You look like the same people from my old job, and you were mean.
Good stuff.
You were nice."
Good stuff.
You guys order a pizza?
I mean, that's it for me. I mean, I watched some stuff. I watched Haunting on Hill House, which was pretty good. I thought that was actually pretty. It's one of the ones where, like, I mean, we'll talk about it more on the All the Book Show, but you kind of get to the ending and it leaves you a little like, that wasn't really where this train was going, but okay. You know, like you end and you're like, that's an ending, not necessarily the ending to the story we just watched, but okay. So I watched that.
Okay.
That's it, though. We're getting ready to record the 902 and Here We Go Christmas special with a focus on Luke Perry's and Christy Swanson's Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
You mean Halloween special? You say Christmas special.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, it's recorded there for Dinnerful. I've got these... you remember for my birthday, you sent me these Marvel trading cards.
I do. I'm a loyal friend. Yeah, of course. I remember.
This one, it's crazy. Look at you. Did you see all these? You saw all these when you got them.
Yeah.
The green one that's just like Marvel's Fantastic First Covers Series 2 trading cards by Comic Images.
I remember.
You get 10. You can collect all 100. So cool. If the back is to believe, we're looking at 1991 for trading cards. So like, you know.
Wait, so it's issues from 1991, or it's just throughout Marvel history?
So this says this is a new series of #1 Marvel covers. I mean, I guess we'll find our way through.
Let's do it.
But the cards were released in 1991.
Got it.
So, you know, the height. So I think you're right. I think it's the covers of, so we've got, our first cover is for the Squadron Supreme, #1. What are we looking at here? September.
That's a weird series.
September 1985, written by Mark Grunwald. I've always been meaning to read this. I think I picked it up one time. I was like, meh. But here, just right up there. So that's a cool card. The back is kind of nice. It's got these. It's kind of got it like it's framed.
So. Okay. Yeah.
Anyway,
I read Squadron Supreme. Did you hear that?
The original?
By Mark Grunwald. I read that series.
Oh wow. Yeah.
I wasn't really a fan. Didn't really like it.
I liked Supreme Power, that jam Straczynski wrote, but it never really finished. But when I first read that, I was like, this is great. Ooh, Black Panther. Look at this. It's #1 in a 4-issue series. So his 1988.
Yes, I've read that. I read that series as well. That's collected in the Black Panther Epic Collection, Volume 2.
That's a pretty dope cover.
It's pretty good, yeah.
That's that Panther in the background. I'm liking this one. So
yeah, that's good.
I haven't read this. Nick has read it. So that's #2 in here. There's 100 of these.
Both of these.
Yeah.
I'm way better.
Yeah, I haven't read it either. Ooh, here's something you didn't read. Book 1 of 6. Is this... Okay, I thought this was an adaptation of the made-for-TV movie. Nick Fury versus S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh.
Versus S.H.I.E.L.D., everybody.
It's not a David Hasselhoff.
But look at that.
Cover,
he does look like David Hasselhoff in this.
A bit of a Hasselhoff vibe.
When was that movie? Because this is 1988.
Oh, I think that was a 90s movie.
Okay. Well, this was written by Bob Harris.
Have you seen that movie, by the way?
Fury is relieved of his duties after a major security breach. He smells a cover-up, but the only way he can prove it is by going up against S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't hate this, like, super 80s cover. I have not seen that movie with David.
Can I tell you?
Uh-huh.
I don't hate it. I don't hate that David Hasselhoff, Lisa Ren, and Nick Fury movie.
All right, Spellbound, issue 1 of Spellbound, which I think I saw recently put up on the Marvel app. Did you see that there's a new Marvel show on Hulu right now? Hellstrom.
I did. Hellstrom. Yeah. I don't know anything about that.
Hellstrom is, they're calling him Hellstrom, but in the comics, you would know him as the son of Satan.
Oh. Intense.
So, yeah. Oh, Open Space. Wow, they really went for any. I've never read this. Open Space, everybody.
Okay.
Open Space. Looks very sci-fi. 1989. John Clifford Fawcett. This is one of the world's first shared sci-fi comic book anthology.
Okay.
Yeah, I got nothing. I got nothing to add to this.
Yeah, I don't know it.
Ooh! X-Men Spotlight on. Nick's favorite part of the Marvel Universe, the Starjammers.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Mojo. I thought you were winding me up for a Mojo.
You situation. Like the Starjammers, fine.
Oh, I do like the Starjammers. Yeah, yeah.
They had a 2-part series. I mean, Starjammers, a small band of pirates plungers. I mean, it wasn't even written by Claremont, and well, this was 1990. He might have been out the door at this point. Terry Kavanagh.
Okay.
So the Starjammers. I like the Starjammers.
Right.
Ooh, the monsters are coming. Beware. This has to be one of the... Yeah, no. Wow, 1972. 1972. I couldn't tell you a thing about this either. We were just talking about their 70s monster stuff.
No, I don't know that.
Eerie tales of horror involving werewolves, robots, witches, and mad scientists. I like how, like, the comic book, the code, what is it? The comic book code of conduct?
Yeah.
No, the stupid thing.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah, the comic book code would be like robots. No, robots are the same as Satan. So, 70s thing. All right. Ooh, the X-Men versus... Oh, no. The X-Men and the Micronauts.
Ooh, Micronauts.
But you're a Micro Machines guy.
I am a Micro Machine guy. You're right.
Fearing the Microverse is in peril, heroes of the dimension called the Micronauts incorporate the help of the X-Men to sell their book because nobody's buying the Micronauts.
No.
I assume Micronauts are basically astronauts, but they're micro?
They're small. They go to really small spaces. Yeah.
Okay.
Like if you drop a ring behind a dresser, call the Micronauts.
Oh, yeah.
And they'll go right back.
Save me, Micronauts!
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, the saga of Starr, Crystal Warrior. Feature-length fantasy in the Marvel manner. Here, I'll show it to you first.
Look at that.
He's just a guy, and there you go. That's Starr, everybody. He's just a man of crystal.
A bit of a Zardoz vibe with that
Sure.
red
Oh,
diaper.
yeah. Written by Mary Jo Duffy. A champion arises to oppose the evil molten men of Crystallium. His name is Starr, the Crystal Warrior. Well, see, so he's named Starr. He's a Crystal Warrior. And this land is called the Crystallium? Just seems like if you called me, like, Earth of Earth, an Earthling. Yeah. You wouldn't call me Earth. Too much?
That seems kind of on par with, like, fantasy names, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, you're not wrong. All right, this was May 1983.
Here comes Dirt. He is of dirt. Yeah, okay. Why don't we all split up?
Okay.
600 pages.
All right. Now they're
come back together.
Now this pack is really teasing me.
What is it?
This is number 68 in the card things. This is the Power Pachyderms. The Power Pachyderms, everybody.
I'm sorry.
By Roger Stern.
The Power Pachyderms. So these are elephant people?
These are elephant people. It looks like an elephant Silver Samurai, an elephant Electra. I think that's an elephant Cyclops. Power Pachyderms by Roger Stern in a parody of both the X-Men and those hardshell teenage ninjas. Marvel brings you the newest super... So this is a parody of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, even though Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was a parody of Frank Miller's Daredevil.
Now we're getting meta.
Yeah, now we're getting real meta.
This is like Inception level.
Yeah.
I gotta check and see if my top is still spinning. Hold on.
Anyway, so those are the covers I got.
Still going.
Really
still going. It's a variety.
Yeah,
it is a variety.
Rob wants a power pack, not a power pack, a Power Pachyderms Micronauts spinoff. Why not? So it's funny because this is series 2 of the first covers. So series 1, I imagine, has all the classic, like Fantastic Four 1, Hulk 1, Giant Size X-Men 1, and then they're like, oh crap. What did we do in the 80s?
So bold, this is a bit of a similar problem that you had when creating your multi-disc classic rock mix CDs, because by CD 4 or something, you're running low on classic rock songs that are top tier. So it's kind of a similar situation.
There's a lot there for me to unpack right now.
Okay.
So,
did you want to? Wait, did you say pachyderm?
I said pachyderm.
Okay.
Not true.
Oh, okay.
The back end of my classic rock mix CDs are fantastic.
I'm taking the note.
Thank you very much.
I'm taking the note. Okay, they're good.
Because
they're all still good.
The classic rock mix CDs, a band would only appear once on the album. So you're only getting one Led Zeppelin song. So out of those 8 volumes, you're only getting 8 Led Zeppelin songs. I think we're doing pretty good.
You think we're fine.
How dare you?
I'm just saying, cream of the crop goes to CD1, CD2. CD3, CD4 still good. Is it as good as CD1, CD2? I'm just saying it could be a similar situation with the Marvel first packet where Series 1 got all the good stuff. You don't tell me that you're going to make a series like this and put Power Pachyderms in Series 1. No, you're not. You're going to save it for Series 2 because you've run out.
You are
because you've run out.
Monster.
Get to my quarter bin. Volume
6. What do we have? Sunshine of Your Love, Sister Golden Hair, What Is and Should Never Be. Have you ever seen The Rain?
Hold on.
What?
You put America on a classic rock mix?
Yeah, America's classic rock. Horse with No Name? Jet Airliner by Steve Miller Band. Castles Made of Sand. Limelight by Rush. I mean, the track ends with Beast of Burden by... That's just Volume 6.
Okay. All right. I don't know that the majority is going to be on your side with this, but I think the Radio Meanwhile intern is telling us to move it along. Would you like me to show you my quarter bin?
Yes, though next time I wouldn't want you to phrase it like that.
Eric, please. I'm going to show you my quarter bin. It's going to be fine. All right. My pick for today is Flash, number 230, by Carrie Bates, with art by Irv Novick and Frank McLaughlin. I did not put a date on this, but it has a very 70s vibe to me, 1974.
Look at that. You just looked at it. You smelt it, and you knew what year it was.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, I mean, this kid on the back, he's all 70s. I'm going to tell you right away because I don't want you to get excited.
Dare.
There are no fruit pies in here.
Oh, good. Thank goodness. I can't deal with another commercial. It's like, oh, and then Sinestro shows up and he's murdering a man, but then he gets a fruit pie.
I didn't. So there's a backup story featuring Green Lantern where he like goes back in time and teams up with like Ben Franklin or something. I didn't put it in there, but I just want you to see the thick booty on Hal Jordan right here. Can you see that?
Yes.
Can you see that?
Can you bring it closer to the... Wow. That is perk.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I know. I don't know what he's doing, but he should keep it up.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Anyway. I mean, if you're going to be wearing skin-tight spandex like that, why not?
Oh, yeah. You absolutely have to. Yeah. But does everybody put the time in? I don't know. But Hal Jordan...
Yeah. He's got a butt that won't quit.
I'd like to point out that the F
Green Lantern's
Flash are colored in on this.
Yeah, what happened? Did you do that?
Classic. No. Are you kidding me? Not even as a child would I do something that dumb. Classic quarter bin scenario. I want to tell you something else, too, because the cover of this is one of the most misleading covers I've ever seen in my life.
Are those flames or tentacles?
They're flames. They're like magic green flames. At no point does a person ride a gargoyle. A gargoyle is only in like the first second of this issue. Flash is not there when the gargoyle's there. Flash never has a lady with him as he fights a man shooting yellow beams out of his hand. This is nonsense.
What?
This is an amalgamation of things that sort of happened, but at no point is anybody on top of a gargoyle. I just want to make that clear.
All right.
Join me, won't you?
Sure.
I chose a Halloweeny type one, the Fury of the Fire Demon.
Halloweeny.
Yes, we begin with Rita and Al Desmond. They're being interviewed on TV. Somebody's doing like a morning show, and they're like, "Hey, you look like a nice couple. Do you think members of the Justice League can run for public office?"
No.
Well, I wouldn't think so either. You got to tell who you are. Yeah. But before they can answer,
even to prove your birth date.
I know you'd have to. A gargoyle falls off the edge of a building, and it's heading right for these people. Okay. Luckily, Iris West is watching the TV, and she's like, "Flash, a gargoyle's falling!" So he runs out to try to save it in time, but but the gargoyle just crumbles. It turns to like dust, and Flash had nothing to do with it. Which you're probably thinking the same thing I was at this point. That's curious. Barry is stumped. All right, sure. Barry does not know what happens, and it's important to remember that Al Desmond, the guy who almost was crushed by a gargoyle, that no man was riding, by the way, that never happens. Al Desmond was once the Element Man, who was a villain, but he no longer is, okay? But here's the thing. Iris, the Flash, and Rita Desmond, wherever she is, they're all worried that this little situation might have woken up Al's third personality. So not Al Desmond, not the Element Man, but they're worried that this has shaken loose Dr. Alchemy. So that's three personalities.
Aren't we just talking? Isn't Element Man just Metamorpho?
Well, I was confused about that too, but this is not Rex Mason. This is Al Desmond, who apparently can sometimes be the Element Man and sometimes Dr. Alchemy. Anyway, Flash decides he better check in on this. Meanwhile, while they're driving home from this interview/gargoyle scenario, Al Desmond just gives in. Oh, yeah,
I'm familiar with... Excuse me, I'm familiar with Dr. Alchemy.
Yeah, okay,
Originally used the name Mr. Element.
Mr. Well, then he went to medical school.
Yeah. Please. Mr. Element is my father.
Yeah, seriously.
Call me Al.
They're driving home, and he's like I'm Dr. Alchemy now. So he's a villain. Sets the car on fire, and he's out. But Flash gets there in time, and he pulls Rita out, and everybody's safe. Anyway, Flash vows to Rita that he will excise the Dr. Alchemy persona just as he did the Element Man, because apparently the Flash can do exorcisms. I don't know.
He just runs fast enough that the...
And they're like, I'm back to my original personality. Anyway, across town, Dr. Alchemy sets a magic fire, I want to say. It's green.
Yeah, that's magic fire.
They're not able to put it out. So far, we've seen a lot of the elements here, okay? Flash rescued Rita.
Boy, knowing that's all pen, it's hard to look at now.
I know it is. I know. Flash rescued Rita, so that's true, but it doesn't happen like this. A gargoyle did fell but vanish. No one's writing it. So you see what I'm saying? There's a lot of problems.
Sure.
Anyway, Flash at this point is referred to as the Monarch of Motion, which I'm going to go ahead and say sucks.
Like monarch, like the butterfly.
It's like, no, monarch is in like king. But I mean, I guess that's where Monarch the Butterfly is getting it as well. But
so he's the king of speed.
He's the king of speed, just like a Monarch Butterfly is the king of the butterfly. We all know this.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I tell you what, we need to get rid of that Monarch Butterfly, because Monarch Butterflies, you think that they're going to be like kind rulers.
Sure.
Until the power goes to the little butterfly heads.
Yeah.
And then it's everybody's being, the blood they spill to make sure that none of their family is going to usurp their throne. Yeah. You do not want to be related to the king, the Monarch Butterfly, in that situation.
I agree. Speaking of monarchs, the Monarch of Motion goes to put out the magic fire.
The king.
And finds...
The Monarch of Motion. The king of speed.
And here's what we learn. The danger of the falling gargoyle has reactivated the spirit of Vadtara. Okay, staying with me? The spirit of Vadtara was reactivated by the danger of the falling gargoyle, making it so that Al Desmond transforms into Dr. Alchemy. So that's what we've got going on.
Flash, you were supposed to stop this. Hey, quick question.
Well, yes.
When would Michael J. Fox have been the best Flash? 80s? Early 90s? Late 90s? Spin City or Back to the Future on the family?
I would love a Spin City era Michael J. Fox to be the Flash, but I've got to say probably right around the Back to the Future 3 time is probably the ideal time.
Okay. All right.
Probably the
I'm sorry you never got that then. Michael J. Fox is the Flash.
Has he ever done any kind of superhero work at all?
Oh, I don't think so.
I can't think of anything. No. Not even like a voice or something. Is Stuart Little?
Yeah.
Stuart Little's sort of a hero, but he's like a folk hero.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. Barry has some psychological tricks up his spandex sleeves, and suddenly Dr. Alchemy breaks down, and Al Desmond is back, and he resumes control. Well, guess what, Eric?
What?
Wait, let me ask you this. Do you have any idea what Barry's trick was to turn him back in? Because you're not given anything.
I guess he's going to run really fast.
You're not wrong. Barry, while Dr. Alchemy was monologuing, Barry was changing from the Flash to Barry Allen at super speed so that Dr. Alchemy / Al would see his friend Barry, and that would ground him back into reality. And that's what works. And it's funny because the footnote is like in subliminal advertising. And that cracks me up.
Because of all the fruit pie.
Right, exactly. But 70s and 80s were peak time when everybody was subliminal advertising. So I love that that's a plot point in this issue.
That's weird.
And that's the end of the Flash story. And then, as I said, we have a historical time traveling thick bootied Green Lantern backup story here.
Yeah,
backup is right.
Oh boy, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? But I didn't cover it for this quarter bin because I knew I was going to be talking a lot, and I just didn't know if you had it in you.
I'm sorry.
So I'll save it for another time.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, that's my quarter bin for this week.
Quarter bins be bouncing off that Green Lantern booty.
They sure do. They sure do. The booty like that, you best bet it's a 50-cent bin. You know what I'm saying?
That's stupid. You know what's great though? Green Lantern can literally just make his own pole.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, he can. Yeah. Wait a minute.
What?
Do you think that booty was maybe he just has the ring sort of all the time?
You think Green Lantern was feeling a little discouraged about his own backside? He was like,
I mean, if you're gonna do a back-to-back Pretty Woman pose like that, yeah, I think you want a little extra. And I think
you think his butt is a construct.
I think he has but to will it, and it will be. So
Right, yeah.
we can't rule it out.
Sure.
Because I've seen him lots of other times, and he's not nearly that luscious.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying there could have been some green magic at work, is all.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
It made me green with envy, if I'm being honest, when I saw that thing.
Yeah.
But anyway.
All right.
What are you? What comics are you planning to read in time for next week? And don't tease us
Animorphs.
with your lies. Okay.
Animorphs. Harleen. Some other stuff.
Okay.
I've got it.
Animorphs.
I was pet sitting last night. I was house sitting some dogs last night, and I thought, like, all right, I'm gonna bring my comics. I'm gonna read a whole bunch there. And I got there at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
I watched 2 episodes of Cougar Town. I was like, well, time for bed. And then I went to sleep. I felt like it was a 47-year-old.
It was an overnight situation?
Yeah.
Wow.
I stayed in a bed.
That's
yeah,
cool.
I slept there. The dogs shared the bed with me. I woke up, I fed them breakfast, and then I left.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's funny because I was using this person's Hulu, and now it's going to be like, would you like to keep watching Cougar Town?
Yeah, they're going to be like, who did we have at our home last night? Was David Arquette here and feeling a little
Courtney? That is sad.
It is sad. I plan on reading some more classic Captain America.
Oh yeah, it's been a bit.
I'm probably going to read Batman Venom. You want to read Batman Venom?
Oh, that's like the whole. We're talking the Venom that Bane uses.
Yeah.
I haven't read that.
Let's do it.
I don't.
All right, you don't have.
I don't know if I have. Oh wait, no, it's on the app.
It's on the app. Yeah, it is on the app. Yep. So I know that's on my list. Probably going to do some more Halloween watching. Maybe watch Batman Dracula. We'll see. I've extended an invitation. We'll see what happens after that.
I'm not playing anything Halloween comic booky like Resident Evil.
I downloaded a little Halloween game that was like the Xbox Gold free game of the month that I was maybe going to play with my son, but I don't remember what it's called.
Is it Grab by Ghoulies?
No, it's like costume. I don't know. I can't remember.
I don't know.
Sorry.
Yeah. I wish I could go as that Green Lantern and just like put 2 pillows behind in my pants and be like, oh, I'm big bootied Green Lantern, but nobody would get it now.
No, but I mean, our listeners and viewers, obviously.
Like, hey everybody, and I could do the pose.
I could send you the picture.
No, that's all right.
If we lived closer, I could go as that Ben Franklin guy, and I think that would really drive it home.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
all right.
It was not.
I didn't talk, but I watched 2 episodes of the X-Men animated series. But go listen to Previously on X-Men then for that. I watched Whatever It Takes.
So that was just a plug.
That was Whatever It Takes and Red Dawn. It was the first Omega Red episode. Do you remember this? Was second season of X-Men animated series as much of a must-see TV for you as the first season was?
Yes, I was pretty solidly into it until we got into the Phoenix Saga.
Okay.
Where I was just very confused with the Hellfire Club and all that. I was like, what is happening here?
Yeah, I was awakening something in you back then. All right, so you remember the first Omega Red episode where he's like,
I remember Omega Red
being on the fall. Tentacles.
Yeah.
Is
Omega Red is the villain in the Wolverine anime as well?
I think he's a villain in it. Yeah, I've never watched the anime.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess
I've watched the X-Men anime, but not the Wolverine anime.
Cool.
Yeah.
Roger that.
If you open this door, Scott, you might not like what you've seen if you open this door. You're saying I should open this door or that I shouldn't open this door?
You said that a lot. You said open this door.
Yeah, that's the X-Men anime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's any conversation in the X-Men anime.
I'm waiting until I get there and Previously on X-Men. Okay. Are you guys going to cover Mutant X? I just want to know.
I've talked about it, yeah. I actually was looking to see if there was any 90210 Mutant X connections, and there weren't.
That feels right. That feels right.
I couldn't find any. And they just,
I bet I can find
there just weren't a lot of X-Men 90210 crossovers.
No,
which is
not
too
a ton.
bad.
I know.
So.
I know, that would be nice. That would be really nice. Okay, well, do you want to wrap up here on Comic Book Coffee Break for this week?
Let's wrap up here. So,
okay.
Superheroes wear a mask. Wear a mask, people.
That's true. Superheroes also vote, and so should you. We'll also be voting on which Green Lantern has the best booty. So,
well, at this point, at this point, it's not even a race. No, I don't know if Guy Gardner's got much going on back there.
No.
Did I say Guy? I said Guy Gardner. Kyle might be able to give Hal
Oh, that's true. If you're grading based on muscle tone, I think Kyle has it. But
yeah,
if you're basing on lusciousness
of who works out, Hal and John are both military, so they're both working out. Who's working their glutes the most, Hal or John Stewart?
John Stewart.
You think so?
Absolutely,
a Marine.
Stewart. Absolutely, John Stewart. Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I think Hal's is more of a showpiece.
Does Kilowatt count?
More. No.
What about that big ball? The big ball. No. He's all booty.
How would you know?
Wow, this was a weird
all
focus.
Booty or he's no booty. You don't even know. You know what I mean? Like you don't
he's just
know
one big booty. You think we're calling him the ball Green Lantern, but the rest of them call him like, oh, there's the butt Green Lantern.
Maybe. Well, I think they probably say booty, but yeah.
Greetings, I'm Booty Lantern.
I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna call Steve Englehart. I think he'll have an answer on that.
Yeah.
So we'll see what he says. Okay. All right. Happy comic book reading to you, Eric.
Do you think he's even a Green Lantern? Maybe he's the Purple Lantern, or like maybe he's the Blue Lantern. He gives people hope.
That's
he's a big old booty.
That could be. Yeah.
What a weird episode. All right.
Well, it worked for me. I mean, I feel hopeful and brighter.
Oh my gosh. All right. You vote on
comic book coffee break.